If you ask the kids and the teachers at Lincoln Elementary School to make 3 lists, all the really bad kids, all the really smart kids, and all the really good kids, Nick Allen would not be on any of them. Nick deserved a list all on his own, and everyone knew it. Was Nick a troublemaker? Hard to say. One thing's for sure, Nick Allen had plenty of ideas, and he knew just what to do with them. Have you ever made up a word, or used a word that wasn't in the dictionary? Think about it. YOLO, bay, fleek. Well, if not, you will start after reading this book. Nick Allen was starting 5th grade, and 5th grade was different. It meant passing classes, no morning recess, and real letter grades on your report card. But most of all, it meant Mrs. Granger. Even though Mrs. Granger looked like a sweet old grandmother, she had a sharp tongue and little patience for a class clown, someone just like Nick. Some were afraid of her, but Nick looked at Mrs. Granger as a challenge. After all, this was his last year of elementary school. What did he have to lose? One of Mrs. Granger's favorite assignments was to challenge students to use the dictionary, a task not many 5th graders had an interest in, especially Nick. Nick considered it his duty to challenge authority. He wasn't the smartest, the most athletic, or the best looking, so he used the only talent he knew, his clever personality. And that is exactly what he did in Mrs. Granger's class, too. One afternoon, on the way home from school, Nick was walking home with a friend when suddenly he spotted a pen on the ground. It wasn't just a regular old pen, it was a fancy pen. When he went to show his friend, instead of using the word pen, he called it a frindle. That was it, his brilliant idea. He was going to make up a new word, and that word was going to be frindle. He started using the word all the time, and even made his friends sign an oath promising that they would only use the word frindle.
From this day on and forever, I will never use the word pen again. Instead, I will use the word frindle, and I will do everything possible so others will too.
From there on out, the word pen was no longer used. Frindle was spreading all over Lincoln Elementary, and it just kept spreading. This drove Mrs. Granger crazy, but she was the one who said, "We make up the words in the dictionary," and Nick's goal was just that, to get the word frindle in the dictionary. If you want to go on an adventure with Nick Allen and his special word, read the book Frindle by Andrew Clements. Who knows where the word will take you. I chose to read this book because I knew Andrew Clements was a well-known author for writing funny books that kept you on the edge of your seat, like No Talking, Lunch Money, and Lost and Found. I also saw the title, Frindle, and wondered what it was or what it meant. Since I couldn't tell from the cover of the book, I decided to dive in and find out for myself. So now it's your turn. Read the book, Frindle, by Andrew Clements, and then I challenge you to make up your own word and see where the adventure takes you.
Created using Powtoon.